Hey, welcome to the channel. This is MattCam89, and today we have a mystery unboxing for you. I'm a little bit behind on this one, but we do have a Loved Again media. Now, if you watch my last video, you'll know that I wasn't too happy with the last Loved Again media box that I got. In fact, I dubbed it the worst mystery box that I've ever received. So I'm kind of hoping that they can redeem themselves with this one. Now, as soon as I was done recording that video, I went on my account and I made sure to take off Wii and also kids games, because my entire last box was Wii games and pretty much kids games, and there wasn't a single game in that box that I was interested in playing or even keeping. In fact, it's still behind me there. I got to put it on eBay, and hopefully somebody else will find some joy out of that box. But without further ado, let's get into this. I'm hoping that this will be a much better month. We'll see. All right. So the first game seems to be a PlayStation 3 title, and that is Skate 3. The box itself is kind of in a little bit of rough shape. We'll see. Oh, and not starting out too well. So even though it's Skate 3, it looks like the actual game inside is Battlefield 3, which I would have actually have been excited for Skate 3. Skateboarding games is one of the few of these types of games that I enjoy, but ends up being Battlefield 3. Now, Battlefield 3 is one of my favorite games. I still play it online to this day. But I do own a couple of copies of it, and you know, if you're getting a case for Skate 3, that's kind of the game that you're expecting to be in the case. So yeah, not starting off too well. Got me a little excited with PS3. If you've been following me for a little bit of time, you know that I enjoy PS3. That is the main system I am collecting for, or at least go out of my way for. I think I'm gonna start doing a little bit more cartridge-based systems too. I'm thinking about doing Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo for my VGM box, and try to build that collection. So we'll see. All right, the next game I can already tell you is disappointment, because it is a Wii title, and I did check off Wii, and that is Barbie Jet Set in Style, and I wouldn't have been as disappointed had it been a Wii game that was not kid-oriented, because those were the two things that I made sure that was no longer a part of my subscription, was Wii titles and also kid titles. I don't mind a few games here and there, but I felt like that last box, that's all it was. It is complete in box. Hopefully this is a gem or a rare type game. I'll have to check it out on price charting, and it'll end up on my eBay store. So if you are in the market for Barbie Jet Set in Style, this will be on my store for you to buy. All right. And it looks like we're going to continue the trend of disappointment. And this is another Wii title. Again, not only a Wii title, but a kids-oriented Wii title game. In fact, there it is, 3+ on the front there. And that is Cats. I do love cats. I own 2 cats of my own, but I find that I enjoy playing with the actual cats as opposed to a video game version. Looks to be complete in box. Probably not worth too much on the eBay front. Seems to be, yeah, everything is complete in box in there. At the time that I'm recording this, I don't know if I'm going to actually capture the way that this is going. I don't know if I'm actually going to put in the time to capture gameplay video. Maybe I'll take some clips from YouTube and give credit to somebody who's already played these games. And no, usually if it's a bunch of games that I enjoy or would like to play, I have no problems capturing footage for it. All right, the next game is also another Wii title, so we're continuing the trend. And that is Happy Feet for the Wii. Looks to be a 2-player game. Not really sure what type of game. I'm sure it's a mix of platforming and mini puzzles. Looks to be complete in box. And that is Happy Feet for the Nintendo Wii. Another Wii Kids game, and this is Circus Star for the Nintendo Wii. I'm beginning to think that maybe I was the only person in their subscription that had Wii and kids games selected at one point, so they're probably like, let's get rid of this. Oh, as much as we can. Oh, this is actually was sealed. But it was in such a rough shape that it didn't really look like that it was sealed, so it's not going to be sealed now. And I'd imagine it would be complete in box, should be in great condition. In fact, it actually looks better with the wrapping off. And that is Circus Star. And whoever ends up buying this from me, just know that you can also get some use out of your Wii balance board if you play this. Alright, the next game seems to be a PS3 game. And it actually is a game that I do not own for the PlayStation 3, but I own it for the PS4, I believe. And that is Call of Duty Black Ops 3. As long as it's the actual game in here, I'll be happy with this. Alright, so it looks like it is. And that is Call of Duty Black Ops 3 for the PlayStation 3. It's a great game. I enjoyed it. I think this was the last Call of Duty Black Ops game to have the campaign before they moved to 4, which was online only. And then obviously the campaign did make a comeback. I actually really enjoy the Call of Duty campaigns. I usually play through them first before I even go online. So I'll be interested to check this out and see how well it plays on the PlayStation 3 versus the newer consoles. So far out of this box, one game that I enjoy and one game that I don't currently own. All right, the next game is a Xbox 360 title, and that is Portal 2 for the Xbox 360. Now, to be honest, I've never actually played any of the Portal games. I just have heard very good things about it. Seems to be complete in box. So this is another game that is not in the collection, so that's good. And I will be keeping it because I will definitely be checking it out as well. And it looks like it does have some 2-player co-op, so I'm not sure if that's split screen, but if it is, that'd be pretty cool as well. So Portal 2 for the Xbox 360. So far we got 2 games that I don't own. All right, the next one is also an Xbox 360 title, and that is Gears of War 3, a great game. I love all the Gears of War games. This one here is not complete in box. The case is in a little bit of rough shape. I do own this game already. I do have a physical version of it. Otherwise, it's a great game. You know, maybe I can use this for trade, or it could be something that I do for a LAN party or something where we can have 2 TVs and do the campaign together. All right, the next one, also an Xbox 360 title, and I do not have this in the collection. It's actually a 2-in-1. I don't have either of these games. I did at one point, back in the day. And that is Marvel Ultimate Alliance. This is a fun game. And also Forza 2. Also a fun game to play. And it feels quite heavy, so I believe it is complete in box. So it does have the manuals for both in there, as well as both of the discs are in there. So that's pretty cool. So we did not start off well at all, but so far we got a couple of games that are worth it. Glad to have this in the collection, and definitely will be staying in the collection, both games. I enjoyed them. So this will be fun to play. I want to say this version is actually the better version to play as far as frame rates go and things like that. I think the PS3 version did not. It was kind of one of those earlier titles where it was not optimized well for the PlayStation 3, and that's unfortunate with a lot of earlier PS3 games. They just don't run well on the PS3. Not that the PS3 can't do it, it's just they didn't put in the time or effort to do to optimize it. It was just much easier to program for the Xbox 360 at the time. So a lot of the games that were multi-platform were better. Not all the time, but in most cases they were better on the Xbox 360. Another great game. I do own this game, but it is an awesome game. It's actually one of my favorite Halo games of all times, and that is Halo 3 ODST. This will actually stay in the collection even though I own it because I do LAN parties, and it's good to have a couple of copies of some of these games so that we can do LAN parties. Somebody else can bring their 360 over and we can play Halo ODST. And I believe you can actually do the campaign, so that'll be a lot of fun to do. So even though this is a duplicate, it'll stay in the collection, same as Gears of War. So we kind of ended on a stronger note. There is one more game in here. It is a Nintendo DS game, and I do own a 3DS, and I'm actually looking to grow my DS and 3DS collection, but unfortunately, I find a lot of times with these mystery boxes that you tend to get a lot of these type of games. Even though there's a lot of great games out there for the DS and 3DS, this is typically what you get. I think in order for me to grow that part of my collection, I'm going to have to eBay and specifically get games that I want. And this is Imagine Fashion Designer. So even though I do have cartridge-based systems selected on my account, I think I would kind of consider this still more of a kids game. Seems to be complete in box. So maybe somebody else who's looking for a complete collection or actually enjoys these types of games, it'll be in my eBay store. And that is it. That is every game that I have gotten from Love the Game Media. You let me know. I think this is actually better. Well, it is way better than last month. But I wouldn't say that I'm definitely completely blown out of the water. They're definitely something to think about, because I feel like the money that you put into some of these mystery boxes, you can find some really great deals on eBay and get some, much better quality. So I think I'm going to give them one more chance. You let me know in the comment section below whether you thought this box was good. Should I give them another chance? Should I just cut my losses now and move that money into something else? You let me know. I'm sort of leaning into giving them at least one more shot, and 3 strikes you're out. If you don't get it on the next one, at least be a decent box, then time to put my money somewhere else. But thank you so much. Thank you for those that have recently subscribed. If you're watching this and have not subscribed, please do so, as it helps a growing channel such as this. And also, please like the video so that YouTube knows that people actually enjoy this type of content. So thank you so much. As always, God bless and happy gaming.